Question 1. Ethical practices. Fiduciary responsibilities. Which of the following actions would violate the fiduciary responsibilities of an insurance producer in Mississippi? A. Using premiums paid by clients to pay business expenses temporarily. B. Retaining commissions earned for selling policies. C. Recommending policies based solely on commission percentages. D. Providing clients with full disclosure of policy terms and conditions. Answer A. Using premiums paid by clients to pay business expenses temporarily. Explanation. Fiduciary responsibilities require insurance producers to handle clients' premiums with the utmost care and integrity. Using premiums paid by clients for personal or business expenses is considered a misappropriation of funds and a violation of fiduciary duties under Mississippi law. Option B is acceptable as long as commissions are earned fairly. Option C is also unethical as the producer should prioritize the client's needs over commission structure. Option D is in line with ethical practices ensuring transparency with clients. Question 2. Scenario-based. Commercial general liability. David owns a landscaping business in Mississippi. One of his employees accidentally damages a client's vehicle while operating a lawnmower on the client's property. The client files a claim against David for the damage. David's commercial general liability (CGL) policy covers bodily injury and property damage liability. Which coverage part of David's policy will respond to this claim? A. Coverage A. Bodily injury and property damage liability. B. Coverage B. Personal and advertising injury liability. C. Coverage C. Medical payments. D. Coverage D. Equipment breakdown coverage. Answer A. Coverage A. Bodily injury and property damage liability. Explanation. The claim involves property damage caused by the business's operations, which falls under coverage of CGL policy. A. Coverage. Correct. This covers liability for bodily injury and property damage resulting from the business's operations. The damage to the client's vehicle would be covered under this section. B. Coverage B. Incorrect. This covers personal and advertising injury such as libel, slander, or copyright infringement, but not property damage. C. Coverage C. Incorrect. This provides limited no-fault medical payments to third parties for injuries on the insured's premises, regardless of fault. D. Coverage D. Incorrect. Equipment breakdown coverage applies to damage to the insured's equipment, not third-party property. Relevant rule. Under the Commercial General Liability (CGL) policy, coverage provides the primary protection for businesses against third-party claims of bodily injury or property damage. Question 3. Mississippi-specific laws and regulations. Which of the following is a prohibited practice under Mississippi's Unfair Trade Practices Act? A. Offering a client a discount on premiums if they refer new customers. B. Providing a rebate of part of the premium to the insured as an incentive to purchase the policy. C. Paying a licensed producer a commission for selling a policy. D. Charging a higher premium based on the insured's claims history. Answer. B. Providing a rebate of part of the premium to the insured as an incentive to purchase a policy. Explanation. Under Mississippi law, rebating is a prohibited practice that refers to providing any part of the premium or other financial benefit as an inducement to purchase insurance, which is considered an unfair trade practice. A. Offering a discount for referrals. Incorrect. While this may raise ethical questions, it is not specifically addressed as an unfair trade practice in Mississippi. B. Providing a rebate. Correct. Rebating is explicitly prohibited under the Mississippi Insurance Department's Unfair Trade Practices Act, Miss Code S. 83535. This prevents insurers and producers from giving financial incentives to clients in a way that could distort the insurance market. C. Paying licensed producer commission. Incorrect. This is standard practice and is legal as long as the producer is properly licensed. D. Charging higher premium based on claims history. Incorrect. This is legitimate underwriting practice and is allowed under Mississippi insurance regulations. Question 4. Insurance regulation. Mississippi licensing requirements. Which of the following scenarios would result in a producer's license being revoked or suspended under Mississippi law? A. Failing to meet continuing education requirements within the renewal period. B. Being convicted of a misdemeanor unrelated to insurance. C. Failing to notify the Mississippi Insurance Department of a change of address within 60 days. D. Refusing to take a client's application for auto insurance due to poor credit history. Answer A. Failing to meet continuing education requirements within the renewal period. Explanation. Mississippi law requires insurance producers to complete continuing education requirements before their license renewal. Failing to meet this requirement can result in license suspension or revocation. A. Failing to meet continuing education. Correct. Mississippi producers must complete 24 hours of continuing education every 2 years, including 3 hours of ethics training. Failure to comply will lead to suspension or revocation. B. Conviction of a misdemeanor unrelated to insurance. Incorrect. A misdemeanor not related to insurance is generally not grounds for revocation unless it involves dishonesty or moral turpitude. C. Change of address notification. Incorrect. Producers must notify the department of a change in address within 30 days, not 60. Missing this deadline results in a fine, not revocation. D. Refusing to take a client's application due to poor credit. Incorrect. Insurers can use credit history as part of their underwriting criteria provided they follow federal and state regulations. Question 5. Health insurance basics. Disability income insurance. Which of the following disability income policies would provide the most comprehensive coverage for a policyholder who becomes partially disabled and can no longer work full-time? A. Any occupation disability policy. B. Own occupation disability policy. C. Presumptive disability policy. D. Residual disability policy. Answer: D. Residual disability policy. Explanation: a residual disability policy provides coverage for a policyholder who is partially disabled and can no longer earn their full income. This type of policy is more comprehensive because it pays benefits proportional to the loss of income at any occupation. Incorrect. This policy only pays if the policyholder cannot perform any job for which they are reasonably suited, which is more restrictive. B. Own occupation. Incorrect. This policy is less restrictive and covers the policyholder if they cannot perform their own job, but it typically doesn't cover partial disability. C. Presumptive disability. Incorrect. This policy pays benefits if the insured suffers a total and permanent loss. E.g. loss of limbs, eyesight. D. Residual disability. Correct. This is the best option for partial disability. It allows a policyholder to receive benefits based on the percentage of lost income. Question 6. Scenario-based liability insurance basics. Michelle owns a bakery in Mississippi. One day, a customer slips on a wet floor inside her shop and suffers a serious injury. The customer files a lawsuit claiming negligence. Michelle's commercial general liability CGL policy has $1 million occurrence limit and $2 million aggregate limit. If the customer wins judgment of $1,200,000, how much will Michelle's insurer pay under her policy? A. $1,200,000. B. $1 million. C. $2 million. D. $200,000. Answer: B. $1 million. Explanation: the occurrence limit on a deal or policy sets the maximum amount the insurer will pay for any single claim or incident. Since Michelle's policy has $1 million occurrence limit, the insurer will only pay up to that amount for this claim. A. $1,200,000. Incorrect. The judgment amount exceeds the occurrence limit. B. $1 million. Correct. The insurer will pay up to the occurrence limit, which is $1 million. C. $2 million. Incorrect. The aggregate limit applies to all claims within the policy period, not single claim. D. $200,000. Incorrect. This does not reflect the policy's limits. Relevant rule: under Mississippi insurance law, the aggregate limit is the maximum total the insurer will pay during the policy period for multiple claims, while the occurrence limit applies to each individual claim. Question 7. Ethical practices and market conduct. Which of the following is an ethical duty that insurance producers owe to their clients in Mississippi? A. To disclose every potential risk covered by a policy, even if it is unlikely to occur. B. To act in the best interest of the insurer at all times. C. To maintain confidentiality of client information. D. To maximize the producer's commission by recommending higher coverage limits. Answer: C. To maintain confidentiality of client information. Explanation: insurance producers in Mississippi have a fiduciary duty to protect their clients' information and maintain confidentiality. This is core ethical obligation. A. Disclosing every potential risk. Incorrect. While producers must explain relevant coverages, they are not required to disclose every hypothetical risk. B. Acting in the best interest of the insurer. Incorrect. Producers have duty to act in the best interest of the client, not just the insurer. C. Maintaining confidentiality. Correct. Producers must keep client information private in accordance with Mississippi privacy laws and ethical standards. D. Maximizing commission. Incorrect. Recommending unnecessary coverage to increase commissions violates ethical guidelines and unfair trade practice laws. Question 8. Personal lines insurance. homeowners policy under a HOFRE homeowners policy, which of the following types of property would be excluded from coverage? A guest's personal belongings damaged in a covered peril. B, a shed located on the insured's property. C, the insured's business inventory stored in the home. D, jewelry stolen during burglary. Answer C, the insured's business inventory stored in the home. Explanation: business property is generally excluded from homeowners policies or has very limited coverage. Their guests' belongings incorrect. Personal property coverage can extend to guest belongings. Beach shed incorrect. Other structures coverage applies to buildings on the property that are not attached to the main dwelling. C, business inventory correct. Most homeowners policies exclude business property stored at home. Separate business owners policy BOP is needed. D, jewelry incorrect. Jewelry is covered but with specific limits unless additional coverage is purchased. Question 9. Life insurance basics. Which type of life insurance policy allows the policyholder to adjust the death benefit premiums and cash value depending on their needs? A, term life insurance. B, whole life insurance. C, universal life insurance. D, variable life insurance. Answer C, universal life insurance. Explanation: universal life insurance provides flexibility in adjusting the death benefit and premiums. It also accumulates cash value that the policyholder can use. A, term life incorrect, provides coverage for a specific period without cash value. B, whole life incorrect, offers fixed premiums and a guaranteed death benefit but limited flexibility. C, universal life correct, allows adjustments to premiums and death benefits with cash value accumulation. D, variable life incorrect, offers investment options but less flexibility in adjusting premiums. Question 10. Mississippi Insurance Department. Regulatory authority. The Mississippi Insurance Department has the authority to do all of the following except A, issue cease and desist orders to prevent illegal insurance practices. B, impose fines on producers who violate state insurance laws. C, approve and deny insurance policy forms before they are sold in the state. D, prosecute criminal cases against insurance producers in court. Answer D, prosecute criminal cases against insurance producers in court. Explanation: the Mississippi Insurance Department can issue cease and desist orders, impose fines, and approve or deny policy forms. However, the department does not have the power to prosecute criminal cases. Criminal cases are handled by law enforcement agencies and state courts. Question 11. Auto insurance. Mississippi requirements. What is the minimum liability coverage required by law in Mississippi for auto insurance policies? A, $15,000 per person, $30,000 per accident, $5,000 for property damage. B, $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident, $25,000 for property damage. C, $30,000 per person, $60,000 per accident, $10,000 for property damage. D, $50,000 per person, $100,000 per accident, $50,000 for property damage. Answer B, $25,000 per person, $50,000 per accident, $25,000 for property damage. Explanation: Mississippi law requires auto liability coverage of at least $25,000 per person for bodily injury, $50,000 per accident for bodily injury, and $25,000 for property damage. Question 12. Homeowners insurance. Covered perils. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage under a standard HOFRE homeowners policy? A, fire damage to the insured's dwelling. B, windstorm damage to personal property. C, earthquake damage to the insured's garage. D, theft of personal property inside the home. Answer C, earthquake damage to the insured's garage. Explanation: earthquake damage is generally excluded from standard HOFRE policy. To cover earthquakes, policyholder must purchase separate earthquake endorsement or policy. Question 13. Ethical practices. Unfair Trade Practices Act. Which of the following actions would be considered an unfair trade practice under Mississippi law? A, offering a discount for bundling auto and home insurance. B, rebating part of a client's premium as an incentive to purchase policy. C, providing client with policy illustration upon request. D, requiring medical exam for life insurance underwriting. Answer B, rebating part of a client's premium as an incentive to purchase policy. Explanation: rebating is an illegal practice where an insurance producer offers a portion of the premium or other benefits to the client to induce the purchase of policy. Question 14. Commercial policies. Business owner's policy. Which of the following businesses would not be eligible for a business owner's policy? BOP in Mississippi. A small retail shop with $500,000 in annual revenue. B. A family-owned restaurant with less than 50 employees. C. A manufacturing plant producing industrial machinery. D. A law firm with 5 attorneys and 2 support staff. Answer C. A manufacturing plant producing industrial machinery. And explanation: manufacturing businesses are generally not eligible for a BOP. BOPs are designed for small to medium-sized businesses in industries such as retail, offices, and restaurants, but not high-risk industries like manufacturing. Question 15. Workers' compensation. Mississippi requirements. Which employers in Mississippi are required to provide workers' compensation insurance? A. Employers with at least 1 employee. B. Employers with 3 or more employees. C. Only employers in high-risk industries. D. Workers' compensation is optional in Mississippi. Answer B. Employers with 3 or more employees. Explanation: in Mississippi, workers' compensation insurance is required for employers with 3 or more employees, except for certain exemptions such as domestic workers and farm laborers. Question 16. Scenario-based. Personal auto policy scenario. Rachel Owens. A personal auto policy with liability limits of $100,000 per person and $300,000 per accident. While driving, she causes an accident that injures 2 people. One person's medical expenses total $120,000 and the other's total $50,000. How much will her policy pay for these claims? A. $100,000 for the first person and $50,000 for the second person. B. $120,000 for the first person and $50,000 for the second person. C. $150,000 total for both claims. D. $300,000 total for both claims. Answer A. $100,000 for the first person and $50,000 for the second person. Explanation: Rachel's policy will pay up to $100,000 per person for bodily injury. Therefore, the policy will pay $100,000 for the first person, the policy limit, and $50,000 for the second person, since it's below the per person limit. Question 17. Health insurance. Affordable Care Act. Under the Affordable Care Act, what is the maximum allowable waiting period before a new employee can be enrolled in a health insurance plan? A. 30 days. B. 60 days. C. 90 days. D. 120 days. Answer C. 90 days. Explanation: the Affordable Care Act mandates that waiting periods for employer-sponsored health insurance cannot exceed 90 days. Question 18. Life insurance basics. Policy loans. Which of the following types of life insurance policies allows the policyholder to take a policy loan against the cash value? A. Term life insurance. B. Whole life insurance. C. Accidental death insurance. D. Group life insurance. Answer B. Whole life insurance. Explanation: whole life insurance accumulates cash value, which policyholders can borrow against through policy loans. Term life insurance does not accumulate cash value. Question 19. Property insurance. Coinsurance clause. A commercial property insurance policy has a 90% coinsurance clause. If the insured building is valued at $1 million, what is the minimum amount of insurance the policyholder must carry to avoid a coinsurance penalty? A. $900,000. B. $1 million. C. $750,000. D. $950,000. Answer A. $900,000. Explanation: to avoid a coinsurance penalty, the policyholder must carry insurance equal to at least 90% of the building's value. Therefore, $1 million x 90 equals $900,000. Question 20. Flood insurance. National Flood Insurance Program. Which of the following is true about the National Flood Insurance Program? NFIP. A. Is administered by private insurance companies. B. It covers damage caused by sewer backup. C. It requires a 30-day waiting period before coverage begins. D. Is mandatory for all homeowners. Answer C. Requires a 30-day waiting period before coverage begins. Explanation: the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, is a federal program managed by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and offers flood insurance to property owners. A key feature of the NFIP is that there is a 30-day waiting period before coverage becomes effective once the policy is purchased. This is to prevent people from purchasing flood insurance just before a known flood event. Question 21. General insurance. Insurance contracts. Which of the following is an essential element of a valid insurance contract? A. Beneficiary designation. B. Insurable interest. C. Cash surrender value. D. Deductible amount. Answer. B. Insurable interest. Explanation. Insurable interest is a fundamental requirement for a valid insurance contract. The policyholder must have a financial interest in the insured person or property. Question 22. Mississippi insurance licensing. Producer requirements in Mississippi. Which of the following is a requirement to obtain an insurance producer license? A. Must be at least 18 years old and a resident of Mississippi. B. Must complete a 100-hour pre-licensing course. C. Must pass both the life insurance exam and property insurance exam. D. Must have at least 2 years of insurance-related work experience. Answer A. Must be at least 18 years old and a resident of Mississippi. Explanation. To qualify for a producer license in Mississippi, applicants must be at least 18 years old, reside in Mississippi, and pass the state licensing exam. Pre-licensing courses are required, but the specific hours vary by license type. Question 23. Health insurance. Mississippi continuation coverage. Under Mississippi law, how long must continuation coverage be provided to employees of small employers after their employment ends? A. 6 months. B. 12 months. C. 18 months. D. 24 months. Answer. B. 12 months. Explanation. In Mississippi, small employers are required to offer continuation coverage for up to 12 months after an employee's termination. This is similar to COBRA but applies to small businesses that are not subject to federal COBRA laws. Question 24. Property insurance. Mississippi valued policy law. Mississippi has a valued policy law that applies to which type of insurance? A. Auto insurance. B. Homeowners insurance. C. Life insurance. D. Fire insurance. Answer. D. Fire insurance. Explanation. Mississippi's valued policy law applies to fire insurance policies. If total loss occurs due to fire, the insurer must pay the full face value of the policy, regardless of the actual cash value of the property at the time of loss. Question 25. Unfair claims practices. Mississippi insurance law. Which of the following would be considered an unfair claims practice under Mississippi law? A. Paying a claim within 30 days of filing. B. Failing to promptly investigate a claim. C. Requesting additional documentation to process a claim. D. Denying a claim that is not covered under the policy. Answer. B. Failing to promptly investigate a claim. Explanation. Failing to promptly investigate a claim is considered an unfair claims practice. Insurance companies are required to handle claims in a timely and fair manner under Mississippi law. Question 26. Flood insurance. Mississippi risk areas. Which entity is responsible for determining flood zone maps in Mississippi? A. The Mississippi Department of Insurance. B. The National Weather Service. C. The Federal Emergency Management Agency FEMA. D. U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Answer. C. The Federal Emergency Management Agency FEMA. Explanation. FEMA is responsible for creating and maintaining flood zone maps across the United States, including Mississippi. These maps are used to determine flood insurance requirements. Question 27. Life insurance. Free look period. What is the minimum free look period for life insurance policies issued in Mississippi? A. 5 days. B. 10 days. C. 15 days. D. 30 days. Answer. B. 10 days. Explanation. In Mississippi, life insurance policies must include a 10-day free look period during which the policyholder can cancel the policy for a full refund without any penalties. Question 28. Scenario-based commercial general liability scenario. A contractor in Mississippi has a commercial general liability CGL policy with a per occurrence limit of $1 million. During a construction project, a customer's property is damaged, resulting in $1.5 million claim. How much will the contractor CGL policy pay for the claim? A. $500,000. B. $1 million. C. $1,500,000. D. $2 million. Answer. B. $1 million. Explanation. The CGL policy will pay up to the per occurrence limit of $1 million. The contractor will be responsible for the remaining $500,000 out of pocket. Question 29. Mississippi Guarantee Association. The Mississippi Guarantee Association provides protection for policyholders in the event of insurer insolvency. What is the maximum benefit provided by the association for life insurance death benefits? A. $100,000. B. $250,000. C. $300,000. D. $500,000. Answer C. $300,000. Explanation. The Mississippi Guarantee Association provides a maximum of $300,000 in life insurance death benefits if an insurer becomes insolvent. Question 30. Workers' compensation. Exemptions in Mississippi. Which of the following types of workers is typically exempt from Mississippi's workers' compensation requirements? A. Office employees in corporation. B. Farm laborers. C. Construction workers. D. Retail employees. Answer B. Farm laborers. Explanation. In Mississippi, farm laborers and domestic employees are generally exempt from workers' compensation requirements. Employers in other industries are required to provide coverage if they have 3 or more employees.